Coming to you from the Strings and Things studio in Ventura, California, I'm Anne.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Karin.
And this is the Strings Unraveled podcast. Hello.
Woohoo. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Happy September.
Yay. We've hit the hottest part of the summer.
Woohoo. I know it's supposed to be, I was telling Karin before we started recording, it's supposed to be like 104 next Thursday in Fillmore, which is the hottest it's been all summer. So
that
checks out.
Sounds
I mean, I won't be here.
I've already had
vacation, but
I've already had 107 and up with 90% humidity.
Yeah, that sounds
So this week was glorious. Hey, this week was glorious. It was only 85 today with still 80 something plus humidity, but you know, it's win-win,
a little bit
right?
more bearable.
You're glistening though, Karin. You're just sparkling.
My skin, I have sweat so many impurities out of my skin.
It's like being in a sauna all the time.
Right.
It is. Yeah.
What a deal.
It's like nothing like getting out of the shower, drying off, and then feeling like you're in a sauna again.
Yeah, that's the worst.
We have
we have an air conditioner vent in our bathroom, and because it's like super hot all the time. And I hate when you get out of the shower and then you're like, what did I even take the shower for? Because you start sweating. And I'm like, this air conditioner vent doesn't do anything. And then I looked at it like properly, and James had closed it because he's a twig man and is cold all the time. So he's like, it's too cold when I get out of the shower. And I'm like, I was so mad. So all this time I thought that it just didn't vent into the bathroom for some reason. But, you know, I opened
That's
it.
all.
So I was like, I don't care
you
if
just
you're cold.
So just put your towel on faster. Get dressed faster.
Just
it's
get out of the
not
bathroom
December.
faster.
It's not December. He can handle it at least during the official summer months.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So, what are you guys working on?
Oh, we're just getting right into it. Well, before we step into that, I want to talk about Magic Mind for a sec.
Oh, yeah.
Because they are wonderful. And yeah, let's talk about it. Magic Mind's great. You've heard us talk about it before. It is a delicious little mini green juice shot, and it's a great way to start your day. I had mine this morning. It's got all the good stuff in it to keep you energized and focused throughout your day. All natural, and it tastes pretty good too.
It's delicious.
It is. I was like a little skeptical because I'm not like a matcha person, but when I first tried it, I was like, oh no, this is delicious. But yeah. Karin, I know you're a matcha person.
I was skeptical, and then I was like, this is so delicious. It's every green, lovely thing that I want to drink.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
In a tiny little shot.
Yeah, it's super convenient because it is very small. Like, it's not a huge commitment to add it to your morning routine. And it makes, if you are a coffee enjoyer like I am, it makes your coffee or caffeine of whatever form you enjoy it in, it makes it go a little bit farther. So you get a little bit more energy in your day, which is awesome. If you want to try it for yourself, you can get a case of Magic Mind every month with a subscription. You can get a 15 bottle case or a 30 bottle case if you wanted to make sure you're covered every day of the month, except for those months that have 31 days. You'll just have to figure that out. But you can sign up for a subscription, which is super convenient because it just bills you and shows up at your door, and there's your Magic Mind, which is awesome. If you are a subscriber to Magic Mind, you get free shipping, so you only have to pay for the product itself, which is super cool. You can cancel anytime you want. There's a money back guarantee if it's not for you, or if, you know, for whatever reason it just didn't work out, you can get your money back. No questions asked. And yeah, so each month you get your Magic Mind sitting at your doorstep. It's awesome. If you want to try it for yourself, we have a discount code for 20% off. It's available for everybody, even if you have tried before. It's a new coupon, so if you wanted to try it again and see if it's going to work for you, you get 20% off a one-time purchase, or up to 48% off if you choose the subscription option. So you can get it at magicmind.com/stringsunraveled and use the code stringsunraveled20, all one word, and get 48% off, up to 48% off, which is a pretty sweet deal. So if you want to try it for yourself, go check it out. Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Now we can talk about what we're working on.
Okay. So
it is a good deal. 48% is a decent amount.
Yeah, it's a very good value.
Karin, you go first.
I was like, I brought my knitting down. Okay, so I've got a couple of different things. I'm going to put this aside. I started on the Stowaway sweater because that's an upcoming class, and I really like it. Okay, so you start by it's a top down. The designer is Wool & Pine.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it because most of the sweater is just stockinette, one color. But then it has a modified drop sleeve, and it has stranded work on the sleeves, and it has this kangaroo pocket.
It looks really
cute. I just love that.
Yeah,
and I'm going to make a Christmas colored version. Ooh. So I'm starting with the charcoal. I know this looks very greeny on the camera.
It does look
here,
green,
but it's really quite a charcoal.
Yeah.
It's
you
guys
can't
lighting.
see what we're talking about, but we always post pictures of all the products that we talk about.
So you'll do Instagram. Like the back left, you'll do the back left shoulder with some short rows. You do the right left shoulder, and then you join them, and you go down to underarm, and then you do the front shaping, and then you're going around and around.
Nice.
And then I'll show you my swatch.
What yarn are you using?
Where is it? Hold on. Let me grab a skein. Here he is. See, it still looks green in this lighting. This is the Blue Sky Fibers wool stock worsted. It could be like a DK or a worsted. It's probably why I was able to. And this particular color is, if I can read it. Oh, it's upside down. Cast iron. So that tells you it's really meant to be. It's just the way the color is. It looks very green here, but it's a very charcoaly gray.
Nice.
And then I have. Get my bag out. I have a little bit of cranberry.
Pretty.
This is really more of a very cranberry. And there's just a pop of that in the stranding. And it's one of those where you can, and then it has some red, Christmassy red. And here's the green.
Ooh.
See?
Yeah, that looks green.
And some cream, this looks way more white here. And I've got gold. And just to change things around, a little pop of blue.
Nice.
I always like that, that New Year type of like blue ice wintry thing. So I went ahead and I used Stitch Fiddle to make some chart, to kind of modify the charts. I do like that. I know Kaity did that before, and the customers really students really liked it, and they said, Karin, you should try that. And or try whatever Kaity did. Ask her what she did. And it is really nice to just have my own colors on the chart.
Yeah. Have it all your own colors, and you don't have to figure it out.
So I was a little skeptic about using the same needle for the stranding as the stockinette. But it actually does work out pretty well. But though they do tell you that some people like to size it up. But I actually was able to get the same gauge. Mostly because I was very mindful not to be too tight.
Yeah.
On the stranding. See, and then the back looks all nice.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
Nice.
So I'm working on the body because I like the idea that all this fall, I just have one color top-down sweater. And then and then the parts that are stranding are not a lot. I mean, it's just like the forearm of the sleeve. And I just think that kangaroo pocket's brilliant.
It's really cute.
So, okay, so there's one thing. I would have had more of this done, but I had put it aside because I thought I could finish Eyelet raglan.
Eyelet, not Islet.
Islet. Thank you.
Easily.
Got too many yarns with the same. Hold on. My yarn's getting all tangled up. Too many of the same color. Oh, that's why. Grab that for something else. Okay, so got the first sleeve done. And I'm on the second sleeve.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, exciting.
Right
No wonder
along.
you thought
It's
finishing
moving
was
right
in.
along. And I was like,
I get that you thought
I was
finishing
up
was.
until late last night, and then I was falling asleep. I couldn't get it done. So, was that Ann?
I was
You
saying,
tried twice.
yeah, it's okay. I think there's a little lag from me or something. I just get that you're so close. No wonder you thought you could finish. You're just about to touch the ring, you know?
Yeah, you're so close.
And I keep trying to keep this this managed. Most of this is green, but I found one part that had a pink on there. I'm not sure what that. I'm gonna have to try to pick that out because nowhere else is there pink. But there was one in the fuzzy part. There was one little strand that had a weird pink. But you know how it's like it's a unicorn, but it's not the happy unicorn because it doesn't represent any place else in the sweater. So it just looks like a stain.
It's
It's
just
like
one
a-
random pink spot in your sweater.
One random pink. Yeah. But like I'm down to the last bits. So
Ooh.
hopefully, yeah. And I don't think you pick up around the neck. I'll have to look at it. I don't think there's much to do around the neck, which is good because I don't have much left.
Right.
I'm not playing. I mean, I'm not playing yarn chicken yet.
Nah, you got a lot of yarn there.
But okay, and then I'm doing a test knit. A test knit that's not due until mid-October, but I feel pretty good about it. It's for Tina Say, and we're allowed to talk about it and show stuff. It's called Block Party, and so this is the front.
Cute.
Let's see if I can go up here.
Oh, that's
Isn't that
fun. I like
so
your
it's in
colors.
Tarja. Yeah, so this is like a really pretty plum, and this is like parchment with just a little bit of gray. And I got this at Yarnivore with some
Oh.
really cool gift certificates.
That's so cool. What yarn is it?
So I was like, hold on.
Is that your
It's
local
Matosh.
yarn shop?
They're not as local as I would like. They're
Oh.
still like 40 minutes away,
Ugh.
but
The joy of a large
but
city.
they're really nice inside. They're really nice inside, and it really, if I hadn't been okay, so I went to go pick something up from IKEA because on the map it doesn't look that far. It's way the heck out there. It's so I'm like,
Texas is big.
I don't know if it was worth the drive.
Fair enough.
Well, it really, I thought it would be like going to Ventura from Fillmore, and it's more like going to the Valley.
Yeah.
From Ventura.
Yeah.
So
It's
kind
not
of
as
a
close
longer
as you'd
drive
like.
than expected.
It's like going to
But
IKEA from here.
So this is Mad Tosh. Well, actually it's not that bad, except that there is road construction everywhere here. I guess they're trying to get in before it gets cold. So this
That
is
makes sense.
called wool cotton. It's Mad Tosh wool cotton.
Oh, I've never
Ooh,
seen a
that
wool
sounds
cotton
nice.
from them.
So it's me neither, and I love working with it. It has
Awesome.
got such a nice hand to it.
What's the blend?
It's called, it is 219 yards per 100 grams and 50-50
Nice.
superwash merino with Pima cotton. So the Pima cotton makes it really soft.
Mm-hmm.
And they had quite a lot of colors, not too many solids, and I really wanted to get a solid for this one, and I wanted it somewhat neutral. But it's neat because like the parchment is always garter stitch. The plum, whenever you encounter it, is always this other kind of stitch that's like it's a ridge but with 2 rows of stockinette in
Oh,
between.
it looked crocheted when you first showed it. I thought it was a crochet sweater.
No, it's a knit sweater, and then
Cute.
here's the stockinette. So, so I did that. That took like a week and a half,
Sweet.
and because I realized I've only been here 3 weeks, and I
So
didn't
you
even work
haven't
on
been
it this
gone that
week.
long.
Almost a month.
Oh,
And then I've already started on the back.
nice.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay, look at this is the inside, but look, those are nice joints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of
Yeah.
myself. Yeah. So
That was
it's
like a fun project.
So with this one, I actually have. So I didn't have this gray in the ribbing on the front, but it is in the back. And so the way it's blocked, it's kind of in the sleeves have intarsia blocks also. So it's gonna be very exciting. I will definitely get some pictures of this.
Cool.
And I was really happy she said we could share. Share online. Oh, before I have to show you my stoppers.
A longhorn.
Perfect.
A longhorn.
Adorable.
We've seen these. We've seen these in the field right next to our neighborhood. And deer. There are deer here everywhere.
I have a picture of me sitting on a longhorn when we visited Texas the first time to go visit my family. It was like on the side of a road as like a photo opportunity. It was like, pull over and take a picture with longhorn. My mom was like, we are doing it. So it's like me and my sister and my brother all like, I don't know, 14, 15. And like my brother's probably 18 years old at the time. Like he didn't want to take a picture with the cow, but
tough. You do what your mom
Sorry,
says.
Bud. You're getting on the cow and you're going to like it.
Yeah. You're going to take a picture of the cow.
You don't even have
to
like it.
Here
Just
they
take a
have
good picture.
fawns.
Yeah, just smile.
Yeah.
I have to show you. I have a picture and I'll post it. They have fawn season, and there's signs on the road that tell you to slow down because usually through July, August, baby fawns like this, and they're called spotted deer. In fact, there's a coffee shop nearby called the Spotted Deer, and that makes amazing. They're kind of like a singing sun.
Oh.
I introduced them to the babbler, and they're very excited. But yeah, we were just coming out, and they're literally all around where we live. Little baby, they're adorable. They're so sweet. The little faces and giant ears sticking out.
Cute.
What's the babbler?
So that's what I made.
What's the babbler?
Oh, the babbler I learned from the Singing Sun. The babbler is iced coffee, equal parts iced coffee and Olipop root beer. It's a weird, funky combination, but it works. It is so delicious.
So 50-50?
You could use another root beer, but there's something about Olipop. I'm pretty sure it's 50-50. That's what I do when I try and make it at home, and it tastes about the same.
Nice.
So
that's very interesting.
They're like,
it is really
Californians
interesting.
Drinking iced coffee and root beer together.
Okay, but the gal who works there is from Camarillo.
No.
Yeah, of course. Nobody in like Texas is. I mean, a lot of people from Texas are from Texas, but
and the guy who here I had 30 days to change the plates on my car. But before you can change the plates, you have to have all cars have to go through a yearly inspection. It's not just a smog, but the whole inspection. Which
thing.
This is the last year that they're going to do it, so we're the lucky ones who still have to do it anyway. So the mechanic is from Oxnard. You can't get around the Californians.
You know what I want to know?
We're everywhere.
Is where did they start? Because like a lot of people say they're from California.
They usually started someplace else and went to California.
Right, exactly. It's so funny. What an interesting.
My family came from the Midwest. My grandmother's side of the family came from the East Coast, went to the Midwest, and
I'm not
everyone
make
moved
you trace
west
your roots
to
all the way
California.
back. Just where did you start? You started in California.
Well, okay, but I was born here, but I don't remember being here till second grade.
Mm-hmm.
I was young enough to have an accent when I moved here. I'd been elsewhere long enough.
When you moved?
So.
Wait, yeah, okay.
No, I had when I came to California in second grade, I had a Midwest Texan outfit. I said fixin' and reckon. Aww. I reckon and I'm fixin' to.
I bet you were adorable.
And crick. I don't know. I got shamed into speaking differently by my fellow students. So, I mean, isn't that how we all learn, by being shamed?
Oh, kids are mean.
Why do you talk funny?
Yeah, kids are horrible.
Kids are mean. Yeah. So
what are you working on, Katie?
Well,
Katie, what did you make?
What am I working on? I'm working on my sweater that never seems to end, but I'm only working on it Really at drop-in at the studio, so it's, just a couple hours a week, but I have one sleeve done and one sleeve half done. It just
Yay!
looks
So
like a
you're
big
you're about to
blob.
you're about to touch the ring as well, and be done.
Yeah, I have to do a neck band, a button band all the way
Ah,
around, and I think I'm gonna do it double knit, like knit
yeah.
around instead of
Hmm.
pick up and knit the other way. I haven't decided or figured out how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm playing yarn chicken with the amount of yarn I had because I knit the body and then I divided everything I had in half. And so my goal was in the sleeve to do 12 rounds and then blend for 12 rounds and then 12 rounds and then blend for 12 rounds between colors. And some sections have 10, some sections have 11, some have 14. I just had to, do what I could with what I had. So
Right.
I'm currently in blending between I have one more color to blend into after this, and then I get to do my ribbing. So that's almost done. And then I'm also working on, where did I put this? A bad oyster along with my students, but I'm doing it in a DK weight yarn. The pattern's written for a fingering weight, but I'm doing it with a skein of, I don't even know if I have the label anymore. I think it's a Tosh DK.
That looks like it could have gone
No,
into
it's
your
a hedgehog
sweater.
fibers
Oh,
that I
okay.
got from the stash swap.
It looks like it could have
Yeah,
gone
it's
into
hard
your
to
sweater.
tell in this lighting, but it's a little bit. Yeah, it's got more
Goldly.
brown. Like that looks a little purpley on the camera, but it's like sort of brownish, taupey with like pops of little neons.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And so that is my bad oyster, and I'm saving this project for travel knitting because it's small and compact. So I'm not really working on it. It's just been sitting around for a week or two because I didn't want to finish it before I go on my vacation and not have a project to take with me. And then I am cross stitching a lot this month.
Ooh.
I bought a book which I thought was in this room, but I think it's in the other room. Called Pixel People.
Oh yeah.
Where it's sort of like a pick and choose your own adventure. It's a very fun and very cute book, so that you can design like cross stitch patterns that look like people. So like you can make one of yourself or whatever. And I'm using it to make a cross stitched portrait of me and my friend's D&D characters as a gift for each of them.
Fun.
And I can't show it because I don't. Well, I can show you guys because this is a video and not nobody else is gonna see it. But there's one almost done.
Oh, how cute!
So there's my friends.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
this guy's not done yet, but yeah, I've been working on this pretty much nonstop because I want to have it done by mid next month to give to them because we're doing a little get together and I thought it would be fun. So this one's almost done and I'm making two of them because luckily two of my party members are married, so they live in the same house. They're only making one of them.
Nice.
So I'm not making one for each of them. That's the second one. I have these two guys and a big giant box of thread.
Nice.
Because apparently you need a lot of colors when you're doing this kind of thing. So I just have to carry this giant box of floss around with me. And I also use Stitch Fiddle to make the chart, which is very convenient for cross stitch patterns because you can like make your little chart, but then also you can choose from their color palette if like what brand thread you're using. And then it prints you out a list of all the colors that you need, which is awesome. So if you're using Cosmo Floss or if you're using DMC or whatever brand you're using, it then gives you a key of all of the numbers too. So
that's oh wow, I did not know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really fun for cross stitch, and I just have the free version of it. So with that Pixel People book, you choose like your body shape, like male or feminine or whatever, and then there's different like size people and heights and stuff, and then you can plug in t-shirts or dresses or what style hair. So I had to get a little creative with this because they don't have cross stitch patterns for axes and capes and swords and stuff like that, so I had to kind of make some stuff up. But so far so good, with a lot of input from James because he is good at art and better at that kind of stuff than me. So that is what I'm mostly working on. I'm trying my best to get this cross stitch project done, and it's taken a little while, but yeah, that's kind of all I'm working on. So, Anne, what are you working on?
Well, what am I not working on? I go through.
That's why I make you go last.
Even
Bouts of
with
self-control,
right? Even when it seems like I have a lot, I am controlling myself because there's like 3 other sweaters I want to start.
Sure.
So I'm working on my second Ilha, which I'm doing
another one.
So pretty.
This is Cascade Heritage, so very nice soft yarn that is very affordable.
It is nice. It's pretty soft for how affordable it is.
Yep.
I like that yarn.
So I'm just going to do short sleeves on this one.
Nice.
So I'm through all the fun part of the lace and the yoke, and I'm in the raglan shaping now. And the class is going very swimmingly. I'm still working on my ribbon canyon. So I am...
Ooh, pretty.
I have 2 more colors. So there's like a lavender and like a very soft, lighter lavender to go. So
you shouldn't be showing me my Christmas present.
Yeah, right. Wishful thinking. This went really fast, though. It's just that
there you go.
The whole row takes about 3 hours to do, and so it does take a little.
But how many rows are there altogether?
15. There are only 15 rows. So I did dark greens and a fade into lighter greens and aquas and blues, and now I'm into a royal purple, and it looks so good.
That's awesome.
It does.
What yarn are you using?
I am just using mostly the store brand from Joann's, whatever that's called. I
don't know.
What is that called?
Does it do the fade, or are you doing that yourself?
I picked 15 different colors, which is too much yarn.
Wow.
So I'm going to do another one for Alexander that is shades of red. So I chose 5 shades of red, and I think I figured out how much it'll take for 3 rows of each color.
Nice.
I'm using Big Twist from Joann's.
Oh, yeah.
It was on sale, and it's a pretty nice feeling acrylic, and the colors are good. The only color that is not from Big Twist is the darkest green, which is a color from Red Heart. Because Red Heart really, you got to give Super Saver props on its color selections.
Yes.
A
lot of colors.
With their face. There's a lot of colors.
There is.
It's a great yarn for some projects.
Yeah.
I haven't discovered what those are yet, but okay. But it does have a lot of colors, and if you get a yarn that you love, but there's just not much selection, it's hard. So
right,
give them props.
Then I am working on a couple other sweaters. Kaity.
Yes.
I mean, I think that the designer should rename this pattern to what one of our knitters is calling it.
Yeah.
Tostada.
Not Tosta, Tostada.
Tostada.
So there are a couple knitters here at the studio who are working on this. One is making it in Queensland. That's not the name of that yarn, though. It's called...
That's the company.
Yeah, United.
I kind of remember.
United.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I love that yarn.
They're fingering weight wool and cotton blends, which is a good... Wool and cotton is a good texture. And I was like, oh, that's a good yarn to make a basic t-shirt out of. And then I happened to be at Fabric Town, and they had a lavender and a dark purple, which they call wisteria, and like an aqua-y blue. And then I sat with that. Because sometimes, like, when you're throwing stuff together, like mixing, it doesn't look purposeful. It's like, oh, I can see you just had those 2 yarns and you're trying to make it work.
Make it work. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a fine line. Like, I couldn't tell you why one sweater looks that way to me and why another one looks more planned and purposeful. But I was poked around on the 3,000 different Tolstas that are on Ravelry, And I kind of really like these chunky stripes. So I worked out so that it's all
Oh, it's beautiful.
proportionally work out.
Nice.
There's an Alexander Henry print at Fabric Town that's like movie monsters and their love interests that's in like these purples and blues. And I keep trying to figure out like, what can I make to turn this into an outfit with this top and that fabric?
Mm.
And I think it might be like I'm tempted by this very like classic 90s style slip dress from Seamwork, and that I would just wear it layered.
Well, that could be cute.
Yeah. So that's what's in my head. So that's my Tolsta. I had like a little drama with it because I took it to a sushi happy hour, and I was having like a spirited conversation with my husband and my son. And apparently, like I knew one ball rolled away because when I got up to let him out to go to the restroom, my son saw it roll and pick up, and he picked it up. Then when we got home, my dark purple was missing.
Oh no!
So maybe he didn't catch it all.
Well, I think it had rolled out before when I was just sitting. So I went back to the sushi place the next day at lunchtime, and I walk in and they're like, "Are you here for a to-go order or a pickup?" Like, no.
A pickup.
No.
Let me explain.
Picking up something.
Yeah. I brought my knitting to happy hour, and as I said knitting, she had the ball of yarn right behind the counter.
Nice.
Very happy.
Yay.
Then I am making the sea glass cardi from Wool and Pine, which is it's supposed to be a faux steeked sweater, right? But I'm only using
I think so.
2 yarns. I'm using Cumulus in Juniper Moon's Cumulus, Rainbow in Pacific Sky, and then I'm using Knit Picks Chroma in like a colorway that goes like dark, like black. It goes straight to black, and then it's like burgundies and reds and fuchsias.
Fun.
So that does not work the way this pattern is written, to use 2 continuous yarns the whole way, because the idea is that you are bringing in a new color, if not every round, every other round. So you cut and you slide back to the beginning.
Oh.
So you do your 1x1 color work, you cut and you slide. So you're always working it on the right side, but you're not in the round.
Weird.
And then you're working extra stitches to make an I-cord facing, like a faux I-cord facing to hide all your ends into. So I was like, why don't I just put steek stitches in there?
Yeah, why not just do it properly?
And just steek this instead of having a faux steek. It's kind of fun to see this thing that you're like looking at in person, where you don't really get the perspective of what the color's doing. It's kind of neat to see it reflected on the screen.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So it is fun. This is a fun sweater.
I like your method better.
Steeking's fun, right, Katie?
Yeah, totally. I have not steeked my sweater yet because I haven't finished my sweater yet.
So that's going very, very well. It's very fun. And then I am making a patriotic hat.
Oh, yeah.
This is the new Women's March hat.
Oh, I saw that.
November 2nd is going to be another Women's March, I guess. And so I want to make as many of these as possible and have them kind of like the pink pussy hat and have them to give out to people and have them for...
I saw that. It's like hats for Kamala.
Yeah. Well, it's that pattern. Yeah. Well, this one's actually called Hats.
Where did you
for
find
Harris.
the pattern?
It's on Ravelry.
Oh, Hats for Harris.
Yeah.
That's it.
So there's a knit, a crochet, and then there's there's another pattern that has like a bunch of charts. So you can just say vote if you just want to be generic and inclusive, or if you're really like campaigning for Kamala, then you can put in your campaign message in stranding. And awesome. I'm doing this one as a class in September. This is going to be a pay what you want class. Because I really just want people to show up and make these hats.
That's awesome.
So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that is. I'm
interested.
Yeah. It's a really, really fun pattern. Like, it's just lice stitch as the stars on the sky. So I've only got like 2 more inches to go.
Cute.
That's awesome.
And voila. Maybe I'll start working on that now. All right. Those are the things that I'm currently thinking about that I am actively working on. There were more things in the car, but I was like, you haven't touched that all month. You don't need to admit to it.
Yeah, I have a project like that. I'm like, it's also in my car. I'm like, I have not worked on this, so I'm not bringing it out.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about it. Maybe we'll talk
No.
about it next month.
Maybe. I might have said last month that I was going to have it finished for this month, and guess what? I haven't touched it since.
No judgment.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, Karin, what
Life
have you finished?
happens. Okay, so nothing yarny, but
Okay.
I put a ton of work into it, so I'm going to show you some pictures. Okay, because I did this thing, and then I got in trouble right away from the HOA.
They were
Of
watching
course.
you probably the whole time you were doing it. And being
Well,
like,
okay,
Just to wait till you're
I should
done.
explain. So
Yeah.
the first thing I'm going to show you is, so we got here on the 2nd, and our trash barrels arrived on the 6th. By the 7th, and I had already, on the 6th, I went out, I got the materials to make I'd already called them and talked to them, the HOA, about what do I need to do to, stay in compliance. And she said, just make sure that there's like a wooden blind or something that they're behind. I said, can I put them on like some slabs, because it's kind of muddy on the side of the house. She goes, yeah, sure, you could do that. At no point did she mention that I needed to fill out an application and pay a fee.
Yeah.
So I did this, but of course there's a slope there where there's a 5-inch height difference where so I'll show you what I made. That's my set. I made that.
it looks great.
Uh-huh.
That each one of those, there's 6 24 by 24 by 2 limestone slabs. They weigh about 100 pounds each. I got them in the mini, then I had to go back and I got about 12 buckets that are about 30 pounds each of crushed limestone, mixed limestone. And then I got some pavers. And let's see, I got another picture. So you can see the slope.
Nice.
Apparently on the 7th, I had to go back multiple trips. You know how it is when you're doing home improvement.
Yep.
You never have everything right away. So apparently on the 7th, it generated a complaint already. And, okay. So,
Right, like,
but by the time they put it in the mail and got it on the 17th, it was done. I'll show you. I even have a flower in front of a flowering plant called Desert Rose. But they said that's not good enough. You didn't fill it out. You didn't say Mother May I.
So they make you take it down?
No. I'm like, please don't make me do that. I thought about maybe moving it to the back. I mean, no, because you know what? I need to jump through the hoops because there's other work I know I need to have their permission on.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do anything. So it only took an hour once I paid my fee for them to go, okay, it's approved.
Oh, gosh.
It was like, okay, $78 later, it was okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so I did that.
It was always okay. You just had to pay your dues.
That's so stupid.
Yeah. That, and I know this is not very exciting, but I put in an IKEA shelf because the height of the one that came in was way too tall to reach anything. So I put some labor in, but every time we brought the dryer out, because my husband, he put the dryer part in, you got to put the hose, the venting hose on there, and it's a tight fit. So he thought he would crimp it and push it in. But the problem is it created corners that cut into the thing. So I had to go back and fix his work. I'm the handy one. He really needs to let me do that kind of thing. He's the good looking one, and I'm the brute labor. And it's okay that way. I mean, and I don't have pictures of them, but Monday I made 2 kinds of homemade tamales. Ooh. And I shared some with our neighbors, and they're like, you should open a restaurant. So it was really good. I made homemade carnitas that I slow roasted in the oven. I had and one of my neighbors is vegetarian. She's from Colorado. There's so many people here that are from someplace else.
Yeah.
And they said, and they like carnitas, and they like tamales, and they said it was the best they ever had. I wish I had pictures.
Wow.
But
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was
cool.
So I cook it was nice to be able to cook because I have enough stuff unpacked to finally cook.
Do you like the
use your
setup of your
kitchen.
kitchen? Yeah.
Yeah, mixed. I have mixed feelings. So I have a lot more cupboards than I ever had, but not, the cupboards on the lower half don't really have shelves. They're just big spaces.
That's weird.
They're big spaces with a half shelf in the back. So you can put big things and appliances. One of them is an appliance, cupboard. But there's just not enough room. So even in the pantry, I've gotten more like stuff to create more shelves, more shelving. I'm gonna get another shelving unit, but the layout is so different. You know how like you get used to the way things being in a certain space,
Yeah.
and now you have to find a new way to make things fit that don't. I mean, on the one hand, the drawers pull out nicely and they're wider, so I don't have the narrow drawers that I'm trying to turn things a certain way. There was always me trying to hold my rage in when someone put the ladle in the wrong way and it jammed up and jammed at the drawer and you couldn't open it. So we don't have that.
Cool.
So, but overall, I mean, it's a nice kitchen. Today is the first day I could actually walk all the way around because it had so many boxes. So
That's exciting. That's a lot of finished projects.
Yeah.
Each box, I think, counts as a finished project.
Yes. Yeah.
oh well, then I've done like 100 projects.
Count
done.
'em.
They packed because we packed a lot of boxes and they packed 219,
Oof.
and we've unpacked about 75%
Holy
of the way.
wow.
guacamole. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's been my full-time job during the day.
I bet. Well,
Yeah.
I haven't finished anything, so my segment's very short.
Yay!
Well, I was hoping
I
you
haven't
had several things. I
no.
was hoping you had several things because then I could finish this hat.
No, sorry, I got nothing. I didn't unpack a box. I didn't finish any knitting projects. Oh, I made 2 bucket hats for gifts for one of my niece and nephew's birthdays was this past month. I don't have pictures of them because I had to like make them and give them relatively quickly. But the one I used for my nephew who just turned 3, I had some fabric with some bugs on it, which was very cute. And then for my niece that just turned 1,
Did you say bugs or thugs?
bug insects.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The 1-year-old, I used this really cute retro, kind of like 60s looking floral for hers, which was very cute. And I was trying to decide what size to make because I had this pattern and it was like baby through adult. And they're 1 and 3 years old. And I was like, well, I'm going to make it child size because toddler might be too small. And my nephew specifically had a big head. And I was like, I'll make him the child size. Apparently he has a teenager size head because it was too small. So his mom's going to take him to Super Buzzy someday and let him pick out fabric for his own hat. And I'll just make him a new one for his birthday. But that's the only thing I finished this month was a couple of little hats, which was fun.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I used a pattern, and you can talk. I'll look up this pattern because I don't have it in front of me.
Okay. Well, I did some sewing.
Yeah.
I finished a drawstring bag with Tula Pink's hippos. I don't know what the name of this is.
It's called My Hippos Don't Lie.
Yeah. But I always loved Wish Hippo Birdie, so I decided that I would get this fabric for my Hippo Birdie.
Yay! Happy birdie!
Yay!
Thank you. I never ever let myself make the time to go spend the birthday discount at Super Buzzy, but this year I decided I would do it early in the month so that I could have a treat. And then I made a big old honkin' project bag.
Cute.
And
I
my
love
favorite
it.
part of it is the wristband.
Okay.
So I have my Hippos Don't Lie fabric, and then I got this. It's like a Sussex linen, but
Essex.
it's not.
Like an Essex.
Broadcloth, I guess.
Yeah.
Essex. Thank you. Some other part of England.
Yeah.
But it has neon, or not neon, but they feel neon. They're like bright pink and aqua and white tweedy flecks. And then the inside is hot pink.
Cute.
Love it.
And I also made a ruffled skirt. to wear on my birthday out of that fabric, and you'll get to see it in a picture. I made sure Kevin took a picture. And then I finished my second sabay.
Yeah. Cute.
Oh, it's so
Joshua
pretty.
Color pattern.
Cute.
And it was very cute on. I have some jeans that are like a sagey color that are in this, and I wore it and looked adorable.
Nice.
And then I also truly finished my first Ilha.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it's all done and blocked, and I was having a problem with the neckline because I had that dark color at the top.
Yeah, I remember that.
Ugly.
I remember telling you needed to fix it.
Yes, you were right. So I ripped that out, and I played yarn chicken with the teeny tiny little bit of the ballet pink that I had. And I actually really...
And you won.
I mean, I succeeded. But I think I had about 40 stitches left, because it's pick up, knit around, bind off.
Yeah.
The last like third or quarter, I just was passing them over each other.
Just flipping them over.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yeah, it did the job. So
you would never know.
I am content with how that looks.
Good.
And how it turned out. I was really actually like, it's really pretty when it's blocked. And one of my like peeves, which how could you be peevish about free yarn, but that there's such like a long block of the orchid, but when it's all done and you stand away from it, and I could really tell when people were trying on the sweater in the class, you can see that is a transitional space. It's not just a big chunk of similar colored yarn.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell when you're up close to it.
Right. So I'm very happy with how that turned out. Those are my finished things.
Nice. The pattern I used for the hat is from a website called Apple Green Cottage, and it just says free bucket hat pattern. So if you Google free bucket hat, it's from applegreencottage.com.
Very nice.
Well, anybody have anything they're excited about? Obsessed
what
with?
Are we obsessed with? Any new obsessions? You're in a whole new world, Karin.
I am unfortunately obsessed with the Texas driver's handbook, because I have to pass a test. I have to give up my California driver's license because of the real ID.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter all that stuff I did to get a real ID driver's license for California, because it's supposed to be like a nationwide ID. No, it's not really. I have to do that all over again. Plus, I actually have to take a driving test.
Oh.
And everyone I know quite a few people from other states, and my neighbor, she's failed it 5 times because they're really hard. They're harder on you if you're from another state.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I like other California coworkers have like failed it a couple times, mostly because they did California rolling stops, which even California we know we're not supposed to do that.
Right.
So I'm like, every time I get behind the car, I'm like, look over my shoulder, make sure when I'm backing up that I am turning around and looking behind me on both sides, doing everything I know I was supposed to be doing the whole time. So
when I took my driver's test, because I took my test in my 20s, so I probably had my license the least time of the 3 of us.
No, I didn't get mine until I was 21. So
you're older than me.
Oh,
I got mine when I was 19, and I'm younger than you. So
maybe it doesn't balance out. But anyway, my brother had taken his test, and all my friends, everyone around me had taken their test. And so the thing I took into my test, thinking about all the things everybody got marked off, was every time I did a thing, I said what I was doing.
Okay.
So I'd be like, I am stopping at this intersection. I am looking left. I'm looking right. I am looking left. I am signaling. So
narrating.
It worked.
Good. You're like,
saying, I'm aware of my circumstances, and I am showing intent.
You're right.
So that
I failed my driving test the first time. So
Dante can't get through the online permit test.
Oh, buddy.
He keeps claiming that because like there's a noise detecting aspect to it, and he keeps complaining that, oh, my sister's being too loud in the background.
Sure.
Every time. So it's fine. I don't want him driving it anyway.
I was gonna say he's like 5 years old, right?
No.
Okay.
He is of legal driving age, 16 years old.
Yeah.
Also extremely expensive to insure.
Yeah.
So, what are you obsessed with, Katie?
I wanted to shout out Seaside Farm Company.
Yeah.
It's super cool. So my boss Kelly at Super Buzzy turned me onto this, but you can follow them on Instagram at Seaside Farm Co. And it is a house on Catalina Street in Ventura where this woman has set up like a farm stand in her front yard. So, and it's like an honor system thing so that you can come and buy things. She's got like farm fresh eggs, fresh orange juice, baked goods.
How cool.
Homemade pickles, all kinds of cool stuff. Sourdough bread.
Oh, wow.
With like a little box where you put in your money or you can Venmo and, you know, take what you want. So I went there 2 weeks ago, I think. I got a jar of pickles. I got a loaf of banana bread. Both were delicious. And I think currently she's only open Saturdays and Sundays. So if you're in Ventura or in Midtown Ventura on a Saturday or Sunday, drive up Catalina Street past the high school and it's on the right-hand side. And it's adorable. So highly recommend. I'll show you a picture, Karin. There's there's her little farm stand.
Oh, look how cute that is.
Yeah.
When Katie and Kelly told me about this, I immediately went and got a strawberry, I think it was strawberry rhubarb little crumble. Like it was like a perfect.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I love strawberry rhubarb.
Berry crumble, and it was delightful.
Nice.
My obsession is also a local business. Mariah Ingram Flommer. She is a yoga instructor at Grassroots Yoga, and she has a ceramics company called Mud and Bliss. And I got the prettiest like paint palette. Well, it's not on her Instagram.
Mud and what?
Bliss. Bliss.
Is it like a physical store or?
No, she has a website and she does it all out of her garage, but she has like a booth up at Grassroots right now.
Got it.
And her stuff cool. In person is actually like way better. Like there's some cool plates with some neat glazes. And her prices are pretty good because sometimes like the ceramic mugs I can't justify buying because forget my children. Like I can't be trusted with a $60 mug, you know?
I have found, at least with the handmade mugs that I have bought, is that they are very sturdy.
That is good.
But, you know, everybody's different, so.
Right. I mean, how brutal am I?
You tell me.
Right?
So, I find that because
from her.
I tend to be more mindful and extra careful because every time I use a handmade mug, I think about the artist and I have an appreciation, and it becomes this precious thing that nothing else, like regular store-bought stuff, forget about it. If it breaks, whatever.
Yeah, replaceable.
But because another artist, another maker made this, I just like, ooh, I have this moment of, I'm so lucky that I get to enjoy this person's art.
Yeah.
While I drink my coffee or tea or whatever is in it.
Cool. Yeah, I love a good handmade mug. It makes your coffee tea feel just a little bit more special.
It's true. So when you're in Midtown, Katie, you could pop by Grassroots and see what she's got on her shelves.
Yeah, I will.
And it looks like she does sell online, Karin, but she's probably because she's got that booth at the other place. It looks like she has no inventory on her website. Oh my gosh.
We're still unpacking stuff and including mugs that I go, why did this even come? I don't even know what this is. Why did we? Because you know what? By the time we did so much of the rest of the house that I know that we did not go through the kitchen. We did not bother to go through the kitchen
just pack it up.
so much. I'm like, put it on the Goodwill pile or put it on there's a local charity actually that does stuff for houseless people that are getting their first place.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've got bedding and we've got other stuff that we're like, let it help somebody, because I don't know why we brought it.
It's probably like really in your face what your stuff is right now.
Yeah,
kind of
all of the things that you own. And also the good thing about when you move though is you're like, where's that shirt? I haven't seen that shirt in a while. If you haven't seen it since you moved, you don't own that shirt anymore, you know?
Nice. That shirt is a thing of the past.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's probably it for us tonight then. We did what are we working on? We did what did we finish? What do we like? If you guys want to share any of the things that you're working on or that you finished or that you like, please comment and tell us, because we want to hear about it. And check out our Patreon, because we'll have a little bit of bonus content every month for you up there. Thank you to our sponsor, Magic Mind, for sponsoring this episode. We appreciate you. And if you're listening to this currently, the day it gets released, which is September 3rd, you can get 20% off of classes today only with the coupon code NEWCLASSES20 at checkout if you sign up for anything at our website. Or if you're listening to this after the fact, we have a bunch of new classes on our website. So go sign up for something, including classes from Karin that she's teaching virtually, so that you can still get your fix of Karin classes or in person with Ann and I.
Yay.
Yeah, I think that's it for us tonight, guys. Thank you all for joining us. Yeah, we'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.